Thank you. Members of the Board of Education, I'm Heather Johnson. I have currently 3 school-age children who are not in your school. They haven't been in your schools for 2 years, better than 2 years, because I refuse to have the application of a medical device applied to my children by a non-medical person when my children are healthy. So they're not in your schools. I'm coming to you from the perspective of a parent who has sued Chatham County Schools for the education of my son who has an IEP, or had an IEP, and we won. So parents, email me. If you have a 504 plan, if you have an IEP, there's something called a free and appropriate education. Are our children receiving a free and appropriate education in Chatham County right now? I'm asking you because each of these parents can right now, again, email me, I'll put my information out there, investigate and review whether you have honored the free and appropriate education of the most vulnerable in our education system. So a free and appropriate education is not just a novel idea that people talk about in IEP meetings. It's actually a civil right mandated by the federal government. And when you don't use it, you must supply compensatory education to those children who lost out because of your decisions. So regardless of the pandemic, it doesn't stop the requirement that is a civil right for you to educate our children. So again, I'll be putting that information out there. By the way, a free and appropriate education also states that the children must be educated in the least restricted environment. You know what I'm talking about here. This is not a new term. So you know that as much as possible, kids with IEPs should be learning alongside their classmates. Putting kids in separate classes is only allowed if it's necessary to meet their unique needs. That's in the federal law. So you have to follow this. I will leave you with this. Dell, you know my kids. You know my children. They're suffering. They want to get back with their peers. One of my kids is so isolated. You know my kids. Stop doing this to them. This is a political game being played amongst people who know better. I know you care about our kids. Take the masks off of our kids. Thank you.